to me, the biggest sadness is her hair and the lack of. Hey everybody, it's the Doll Circle, and thank you so much, Mego Toys, for sending me more Mego figures. So this one is Phoebe from Charmed, and then this one is Samantha from Bewitched, which I love horror and witches, and I have like a little horror cabinet, so she will go perfectly in that cabinet. And their packaging is very similar to the last ones I reviewed. This is the second wave of Mego figures coming out. If you guys are not familiar, Mego's was made a long time ago, started making more stuff recently, and this is their newest wave. In a quick summary. So here, I'll show you guys another close-up of the packaging. Like I said, this one is from the Bewitched TV show from the 60s. I like her in the packaging. We'll see how she is outside. I feel like this paint job is way better than the ones from the last ones I reviewed. I know there was like some comments of like the face paints and the face molds, like especially on the Peggy Bundy one that I reviewed. You know, it wasn't an exact liking to her face. And then this one is, excuse me, I said Phoebe, it's Piper. Hello from Charmed, wrong name. And I love the little book. Can I get it focusing on here? It comes with the little book from the TV show. That's adorable. And then here's her face. And here's what she's supposed to look like. Actress. Face. Okay. The clothes, yes. Like, this is very much the aesthetic for that show, which I can't believe the show turned 20 years old. And they're rebooting the show. So it's like, a lot of things happening in that. But, yeah, I mean, I feel like with these particular figures, they're trying to hold on to the look of what Mego used to look like, and they're trying to modernize it with new licenses. But the face molds, I feel like, should be refreshed for a modern time. And if someone was a big Mego fan, I can see them liking stuff like this still. Again, I liked the Peggy Bundy from the first wave just because I love Peggy Bundy. Was her face molded perfect? No. To be honest with you. But I liked her clothes, I liked her aesthetic, I liked that character because like I said, I'm a huge fan. I love redheads, obviously. But when it came to the figure itself, like eliminating, like let's say it's not a Peggy Bundy doll or whatever, and it's just the normal one. Like this one, like let's say she's not this character, she's just a doll. Okay, as a doll, she's cute. She's tiny. Her sizing is not like Barbie height, so she's not like fashion doll height, but she's not like a little minifig. Like she's like a cute little doll. As a collector's piece, if you're a big Mego fan, I can understand this being a popular choice. But if you're trying to compare this face mold to this character, yeah, well, you know, they tried. Basically. With this one, here I'm just gonna rip into it, which I normally never film my rippings of into things anymore, but like this one, let's just tear it open. There's one thing I saw on the packaging that scares me. Yeah, and it's there. Okay, that's sad. I like how they're easy to take out of the package. Like there's no ties or anything, so you can take them right out. So there's nothing like holding on the hair or anything like that, or ripping on the packaging, but it came with this purple plastic cat, thin plastic, purple cat figure, and just from this being in the package, has now ruined the leg because it's impregnated into the plastic. And if it's something that's just rubs off, it comes off. Let me see if it does come off. No, it's not coming off. So now there's a purple stain on her leg that can be shown because her dress isn't long enough, and it's impregnated onto the plastic from this being in the package, just rubbing onto it. That kind of sucks. That could just be from heat, transporting it from like the store to the distribution, whatever. But that, I don't know, those little things like that in the packaging really bothers me. Her shoes are cute. They're very witch-like little pumps. So that doesn't bother me. I do like that they have 14 points of articulation. And for this size doll, that's good to have. So she has movement in her ankles, in her knees, wrists, elbows. She does swivel. Oh, I don't know why I'm taking her off camera. She does swivel at the waist really well. I would have liked for her to come with a broom instead of the cat, but I don't know. The cat's very iconic. I know it's something that, you know, is in the show, on the logo and stuff like that, so it's one thing. The rooting on this is special. Again, to her face, actually, out of all the ones I've seen, and I'm not just saying this because I like witches, is not bad. Like, her face mold is actually cute. Does it look like the Samantha character? No, but does it look more like the cartoon? A little bit. I'd have to say it looks more like the cartoon. But yeah, here's... Here's her hair. And the lack of hair. Now, if this is the only one like this, let me know if you guys own her and you're like, oh, mine's not that bad. Maybe I just got a bad one. But pretty sure that that's how they are, unfortunately. Now, she does come with a hat because she is a witch. She has to have her little hat on, which... okay. It's just a plastic hat. Very Harry Potter reminiscent of it. Which... if you don't place it just gingerly on her head, just right, and don't move her, she's fine. But like, it doesn't, even if I push it on, hold on, let me try to like shove it on her head. Yeah, it doesn't even fit her head. That's lovely. Well, maybe you won't, I want to put her in the shelf, but she might not go to the shelf. And she also has a black mark on her face too. Okay, they tried. I don't know. Again, I really had hope with these because I thought the Mego figures from back in the day when they did like Chips and all those other shows, like all the Star Trek ones, I was like, oh, these are cool figures for the time. Like, I loved the articulation and I liked the detailing and, you know, for the time. And I liked the first wave because I was like, oh my god, they're gonna finally start doing different licensing. I figured the first wave, okay, they're gonna work out the kinks. Yeah, the face melds weren't great, but they tried. Like, they tried. They like legitimately tried. And I liked how like they did Happy Days, so they're trying to bring back like old and new things like together, you know, mixing with like Bewitched and then Charmed, because obviously that's a newer licensing than the old stuff. And I was like, yes, I have hope in this. And then the second wave came out and I was just like, okay, sure. Yeah, especially getting them out of the packaging like this one with all the marks on it, it makes me a little sad. So comment below, what are your thoughts? I mean, this is definitely a little bit different than the first wave. My first wave, I was more like hopeful, and I think that's why my review is a lot more positive, because I was like, yes, Mego. And then now I'm more like, okay, you're trying. So we'll see. Hopefully if they do a third wave or if they come out with more interesting ones. Like, the ones I would have liked to have reviewed were like Frankenstein Dracula. Those characters I feel like you can't mess up as much. You know what I mean? Like, Frankenstein, squarish looking head, some bolts on his neck. Okay, he's cool. Like, Dracula is kind of like that grayish, like dead tone, but with vampire. Like, I feel like those much easier translate in the Mego styling of toys versus like with these where you're trying to make it look like an actress. If you don't do it just right, people are gonna have something to say about it. So, so I think those are things that the next wave coming up, they really need to take in consideration on what they're remaking. Like, like they just did Kiss characters. Okay, that I feel like you can get away with maybe them face molds not being like 100% accurate, and people are still like, oh, that's cool, because it's something from an older time period, and you're doing something that, you know, like a character or a performer that has face paint on, so I feel like there's more flexibility on what you can do for a figure versus, like I said, this, where if it's not exactly like her, someone's gonna have something to say. Again, she's, even after all that, I'm like, well, she's cute. She's cute. I like witches, so I'm looking at her as just like a simple witch doll. But as an actual Bewitched figure, I'm just a little... To me, the biggest sadness is her hair and the lack of. So, yeah. That was my Mego review of these new wave ones. Like, again, the last review is a lot more positive than this one. So, thanks for watching, you guys. And comment below what you guys think. Thank you, Mego, for sharing more of these figures with me. I hope this gives you a little bit more insight from like a collector's point of view. And hopefully the next wave will be better when it comes to some of the detailing. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.